Hello, this is Felix from Applewood Auto Group. Today we're reviewing the best selling vehicle of the Kia lineup, the Kia Sportage. So let's start from the exterior. Right now we have the top trim, which is the X-Line Limited. So the equipment is a little bit more than the regular Sportage. So over here we have the boomerang daytime running lights over here, and for this trim particularly we have the projector LED headlights as well as the LED fog lights underneath, and of course we have the signature Kia Tiger nose front end. And for this particular trim, we have the front-facing camera here for the 360 parking camera of this trim. And one of my favorite things about this Sportage is the rims. Over here we have the 19-inch design over here. For other trim models, you're gonna get a smaller rims. And over here we have a nice, very simple, clean body line over here compared to the sister brand, the Hyundai Tucson. The Sportage does look a little bit more cleaner overall. And if you haven't seen it yet, there's two black roof rails on the top, and over here at the back we have a nice LED tail light go across the whole back. And the center part doesn't light up, but I don't think it has to because it still looks very good in person. And moving on to the trunk, it has one of the biggest trunk in this segment. So as you see, there's plenty of space over here. It's actually bigger than Toyota RAV4 and ties the trunk space with the brand new Honda CR-V. And underneath here we have spare tires and some hooks and a 12-volt socket on the side. So the Kia Sportage comes in 3 different powertrains. Over here we have the gasoline versions with the 2.5 liters engine with the 8-speed automatic transmission. And we also have the hybrid and plug-in hybrid model as well with a 1.6 liter turbo engine with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Before we move on to the interior equipment, let's talk about the driving experience of this Kia Sportage. So first thing you notice, the car is very quiet because it has the acoustic glass on all 4 windows plus the windshield as well. So it makes the car one of the quietest cars in the segment. As for the powertrain, we have the gasoline version with the 8-speed automatic transmission. So the power delivery is kind of nice because it's not like the other competitors which uses CV transmission. And the handling is very nice as well because it has a little weight on the steering wheel, plus you can put it into the sport mode. Yes, this car does have 3 different drive modes, the normal, sport and smart. Let's put it in sport mode right now. It does add a little bit of more weight to the steering wheel, so it has more feeling when you turn into a corner, and it low-key kind of feels like a BMW because of the steering feeling. And of course the ride is very comfy. It's one of the best Kia SUVs on the market right now. The ride is not very soft. It's very plush when you go over a bump, just like right when we went over the bump. And some other things that Kia does really well is their blind spot monitoring. So for example, when I put in my turn signal here, let's say right now, so you will see the blind spot monitor on my screen. So plus I have the blind spot warning on the side mirror as well. So there's a peace of mind when you're driving on the city and when you're changing lanes on the highway. Right now we're approaching a red light. Let's talk about the interior build quality. So a lot of people think Kia is very cheap in terms of their build quality and stuff, but I can tell you in this Kia Sportage, we have a lot of soft touch materials over here, down underneath here, and over here on the dash as well. So it feels kind of premium. And of course we have the wood trim over here, extends all the way to the side with the very unique door handle shape over here. So it doesn't look like a Korean brand. It kind of feels like a Euro brand sitting inside, plus the driving experience overall. In front of me I have 2 screens, so one for my driver displays and one for my infotainment system. One thing I really have to say, even though I'm driving the top trim, this still doesn't have Apple CarPlay wireless. So you have to plug in your cable for that. But the funny thing is, it does come with a wireless charging. So Kia, please, next year, can you please put in your wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto? So if you're more like a traditional person, it still comes with the built-in navigation. And other than the wireless Apple CarPlay, this car is actually pretty well equipped with heated and ventilated seats for both driver and passengers, and of course heated steering wheel as well. So this particular trim comes with the 360 camera, and I have to say it's probably one of the best 360 cameras you can get on the market right now. On this particular car, the X-Line Limited, we have the 360 camera. So you have 2 modes you can toggle between. So ones look like a traditional monitor that you have on any other car, but we also have a 3D surrounding view. So when you're parking in tight spaces, you can use your finger to move around your car to make sure you don't hit anything. Overall, I like the design, the driving experience of this car, but one thing I really have to point out is how I don't like this little screen over here. So this is actually a very smart design because they integrated the climate control as well as the radio controls over here on this tiny little screens. But the problem is it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. Plus, when it comes to actually using it while driving, it's not the best. It kind of distracts you from driving. But I do have a solution for you. Since most people gonna adjust the volume on their steering wheel, you can actually just leave the screen to climate control. So it's less distracting, less confusing, easier to use. But overall, I still don't like the design when it comes to like actually using this. It is a very smart design, but like it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. So this vehicle has an 8-speed automatic transmission with the pedal shifters. So it's kind of engaging to drive. So you can shift gear, select the gear like that with the pedal shifter. Let's take a look at the back seat. First thing I noticed is the panoramic sunroof lets in a lot of sunlight, so it doesn't feel very small at the back. Actually, it's not small at the back at all. So right now I'm sitting behind myself, my preferred driving position. I have plenty of leg room, and yeah, and a handrest as well, plus a USB port. There's a hook for my backpack, and then another coat hook as well. And one other thing I really like is about the seat, because I get plenty of adjustment right here. So yes, the Sportage does feel very roomy at the back, plus you have the fans here. Even the center hum is not very big as well. So if you have to carry 3 people, you still have plenty of space, plenty of headroom, plenty of leg space for 3 people. Good. So this is our quick review of the Kia Sportage. So if you're interested in the Kia Sportage, feel free to visit us at your Kia Surrey locations or Kia Langley locations.